What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. I got the old Chevy behind me, and as you can probably see, we're missing all of the trim. We're missing the running boards, and I know I did this without you guys, but don't worry, I did it for a reason. I wanted to do this side first to get all the headaches out of the way and prevent from making the video run too long as I'm learning how to pull all this stuff off. Now, we got some clips all around the body. They come out from the back. I'm gonna do that later. I gotta get the truck down for an alignment and to check out the front suspension, make sure everything's good. We got some new tires that just came in. The new rims come in tomorrow. As you can see, I'm doing this because I'm getting the body ready for paint. And I decided to go with one color, probably a bright red. I was gonna go with a dark red, but I think I'm probably gonna go with something like a fire engine red. So there's some other updates to the truck as well. We found out what the vibration was. Most of you probably know by now, the other night I had a blowout on the driver's side tire, and the passenger side tire was bad as well. Both tires were bad. So what I did is I took the tires that came off of the black Chevy Silverado that I just sold. I still had them. I was going to sell them, and I put them on these rims. And now what I'm going to do is once my new rims come in tomorrow, I can put these original rims, hubcaps, and these fairly decent tires on Craigslist for sale, recoup some money off of those. So that's always a good thing. But I want to get the body ready for paint. That's the thing. I want to get this body cleaned up. I want to get it ready. We do have a slight bend in the hood here. I have greased up the hinges, so the hood opens and closes fine now. And the vibration, it wasn't just from two tires. There was a U-joint going out. And it wasn't just going out a little bit. It was going out a lot. So I didn't do a video of the U-joints because I sent it down to my mechanic, A&A Muffler. They do all kinds of work. Tim down there is a great guy. He's reasonable. He charged me 160 bucks to do all three U-joints. And this truck has a split drive shaft. So you have what's called a carrier bearing in there. And the carrier bearing, thankfully, had been replaced. It's practically brand new, he said. But the three U-joints were shot. One was shot to the point where you could actually flex it quite easily by hand. Bad deal. Now that all the U-joints are replaced, the thing drives smooth. I can't believe, like, honest to God, for an old, big, heavy truck like this, 3/4 ton truck, man, this thing rides fairly comfortably down the road. And I know it's not the shocks, because the shocks are rusted and there's really nothing left. I don't mean rusted out. I mean, there's like surface rust all over them. You can tell that they're old. So it's definitely not the shocks. Shocks are no good. I need to replace those. So let's go ahead and get started on the passenger side. I wanted to save that till I experimented with this side, and let's get all this trim off right now. All right, so someone had taken screws and literally screwed these trim pieces back on. I hate damaging them, really, but somebody has already pretty much ruined the trim to this truck by shoving a bunch of sheet metal screws through them. So there's these clips, all right? You can see it pulls off relatively easy. I guess there aren't clips on this side. Yeah, right here. All right. So here's the clip that I'm talking about right here. It's a metal clip. It's kind of like today's plastic clips. It literally clips into a hole in the metal, and you really need to get back there to pull it out, or you can try to get up under here, but I don't really want to damage the body. So I'm going to show you real quick what I'm talking about here. What I do is I open the door and I get a flat blade behind here, if you can get a flat blade behind here, just like that. Kind of pop it off. Look at all that dirt. And then you can just tap it off at the bottom, just like that. And all that dirt and moisture back there eventually will lead to rust. So, you know, I'm really glad that we went ahead and took this trim off now. I mean, I know it's 40 years old. It made it this far, but rust is a huge deal. Not so much in my state, but all right, let's get on with the rest of it. Now it's time to get the running board off of this side, and what I learned from the other side is that these bolts and nuts are so rusted that instead of trying to loosen them, it's honestly easier just to torque them down, tighten them down till the head snaps, and be done with it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to snap the heads off these bolts. All right, let's have a look around the truck now. That wasn't too bad. It really wasn't. And I'm really surprised I didn't find more rust. I really expected there would be some rust underneath all those trim pieces, but as you can see, I only found one spot that had any rust. And you can probably already start seeing it right here. Not too bad. It's not through the panel or anything. So, yeah, not too shabby. I know there's some of you that are probably going to go a little bit crazy on me for pulling the trim and taking away from the original look of the truck. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to make this a beautiful bright red, I think. I'm pretty certain bright red's the way I'm going to go with it. And then I think at some point, I don't know, maybe we ought to do something with this motor. I don't know whether to just freshen up this engine, maybe put some aftermarket heads, some long tubes, aluminum intake, maybe a little cam. I don't know, maybe something like that, or maybe it's just time to put a whole nother motor in it altogether. There she is, guys. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. I'll show you the new U-joints real quick. And then I want to show you this rear end because the guy that I got this from, well, it looks like you're not going to be able to see the U-joints very well. There they are. There's the carrier bearing. And you got more U-joints up that way. Another U-joint right there. And then I want to show you this rear differential. As I mentioned before, I don't know anything about rear differentials or fronts for that matter, but the guy told me that this was a highly sought after rear diff, and he said that he'd been offered $2,500 for the rear end of this truck alone. So, can you tell by looking at it what rear end this is? I don't know. I figure I'll let you guys have a look at it. We're going to take back the fender that I had bought for the 03 Chevy. Obviously, we didn't end up using it because I bought the wrong one. That was for an earlier model. I secured this toolbox to the truck. This aluminum box is now screwed in with sheet metal screws. I need to get a key made for it. I don't have anything in it. Obviously, it's just a big empty box, but it's not to say I won't eventually want to put something in it. We'll take a quick look at the tires. that I bought for this thing. You guys can tell me what you think about them. I got these for a great deal right here. These are Westlake Radial SL309. They're LT 235 85 R16 load range E, and these are supposed to be 10-ply tires. And I got them for well, like $230 a set of two. I wish I could find some more numbers on here to show you guys, but I don't really see anything. Load range E is pretty much all I see here. M plus S. Anyway, here they are. There's some tall tires, no doubt about that. Very tall tires. And the DOT shows they were made the 49th week of 2017. So these are brand new. 32/32 of an inch tread. I got two more over there. Total for the set of four was something like $470, and that included shipping. So I think that's a pretty good deal for some 10-ply heavy load tires. Here's the bed of the old Silverado. We're gonna have to junk this bed, or somebody's gonna have to come give me a couple $100 for it. I'm just gonna haul all this metal down to the scrap yard and just dump it. So yeah, there's the old bed from the Silverado. Here's the old door from the Silverado. There's all the trim from the truck. We got the fifth wheel for this truck right here. I didn't see any reason to leave it in there weighing it down anymore, and this thing already weighs. And that's pretty much it, man. The thing runs and drives great. And we're gonna take it down right now and get an alignment and see what all needs to be replaced on the front end at Firestone. All right, I think that's going to conclude the video for today. I went to get the truck aligned and they were just too busy to get it done. They were too busy to change the oil. So we're going to have to hit Firestone another time. However, I did get a whole bunch of fluids. We're going to replace all the fluids on this channel, from the oil in the oil filter to the rear differential fluid to the transmission fluid. Hopefully there's a drain plug. If there's not, we're going to buy a pan with a drain plug so that we can easily change the fluid in the future. Change the transmission filter and pan gasket as well. I just ordered a chrome Edelbrock 14-inch air cleaner, chrome Edelbrock valve covers, chrome load spacers for the valve covers. What else did I order? I ordered a seal kit for the doors and the windows and the wing windows, the run channels, the window sweeps. All of the seals for the doors are going to be replaced. That's going to be a big job. I'm on my way to AutoZone right now. We're going to get spark plugs. We're going to get plug wires. The cap and rotors. I ordered a new distributor as well with a new vacuum advance module, new coil, new cap and rotor bug. We're getting a new PCV valve, a new fuel filter, new Silver Star Ultra headlights. Even though these are sealed beam glass ones, Sylvania makes the Silver Star headlights for this old truck. So we're going to put those in. I got seafoam for the gas tank. Guys, I'm not kidding. We got so much stuff to do. It's unreal. So stay tuned, because we are going to be spending a lot of time on this truck. I've got a body guy that's going to come out and look at it and give me an estimate on a bed liner, a paint in or spray in bed liner, as well as painting it a beautiful red color. We got a lot going on. All right, guys, that's going to conclude this video. If you like the content, give it a big thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a big thumbs down. Don't forget to comment down below. I read them. I answer as many as I can, but I always read every comment. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to this channel now. You're going to really enjoy following this project along, and it's moving at a rapid pace. Stay safe out there, everybody. I'll catch you soon in the next one. Oh yeah, by the way, new rims and new tires coming tomorrow.